You're knowing what you're wanting?
Yes.
Really? You are enjoying the expansion, the evolution, the changing, the amending of your own desire? Really? Do you understand that that desire that continually focuses within you is your primary reason for being? You know, you are extensions of Source. Not here to catch up with Source. You are leading edge extensions of Source. So here you are out here on the leading edge, where the contrast and variety of your environment causes you to focus. Oh, such a good word. Focus. Whether you know it or not, whether you speak about it or not, focus. Desire. Preference is born within you constantly. And those preferences emanate from you vibrationally. Whether you speak about the preference or whether you just feel it or whether you are even consciously aware of it, the contrast causes the preference, and the preference emanates a vibrational signal which law of attraction answers. So when you ask, it is always answered every single time. Sometimes we think, as we feel you, as we speak those words, that you don't yet understand the importance of that process. The value of you presenting yourself into an environment like this physical life experience in this body at this time on this planet, this time-space reality. Sometimes we think that you don't really understand the importance of your moving around here, your interacting with others, your coming to your important personal conclusions. But we know the importance of the personal preferences that are born within you. You're the only one having this experience known as your experience here and now. And as you move about and your desire formulates within you, you uniquely summon, and the universe expands because of your being. Now, that in and of itself makes you worthy of anything in the world and beyond that you could possibly think of to ask for. You're not here proving worthiness. You came as worthy beings wanting the experience of expansion. So, when you ask every single time, all resources, and we can't begin to describe those to you, move into place, circumstances and events, in order to help you to achieve that which you are asking for. We call this gathering the art of allowing. It isn't about convincing you of your worthiness, because we cannot convince you of something that you've made your mind up about. And your worthiness, as far as we are concerned, is not at issue. You are worthy. We are not here to coach you or teach you or guide you or hope that you will find specific things to want or desire. That's your job. You get to choose that. No one is monitoring that and cataloging, pigeonholing the appropriateness of the desires that are being born within you. You get to choose, and what you choose is right. So what we are about is helping you, if you want it, to find vibrational alignment with the desires that this time-space reality has produced within you. Nothing is more miserable than to be focused in this magnificent body, have your environment produce for you a flaming, raging, fantastic desire, and then stand with the belief that you can't have it. That is a gross misalignment of your energy. And that equals negative emotion within you, which is the indication of your gross misalignment of energy. So the art of allowing is about learning to manage your energy. It's about learning to balance your energy. Not balance your energy with everybody else on the planet. Not balance your energy with your mother or with your lover or with what the Republicans say or the Democrats say or the Christians say or the Muslims say. It's not about balancing your energy with anything outside of you. It's about balancing your energy within you, balancing the energy that is you, balancing the energy that is your source with the energy that is your desire, with the energy that is your right now in this moment vibration. Do you know what accomplishes your right now in this moment vibration? What you're giving your attention to, what you're focused upon. So whether you are remembering or pondering or musing or imagining or observing or contemplating, all of those words and all of those experiences mean a focusing of energy. They mean an offering of a vibration which is having a relationship with the vibration that is really you. So it works like this. The vibration that is really you is a vibration of pure positive energy, which means it has no resistance in it, which means it has no lack in it, which means it has nothing that feels negative in it, which means it feels really, really good. The vibration that is who you really are, the vibration of your source, you would describe in words like love or appreciation or passion. The vibration that is really you is a pure, positive, really good feeling to you energy. That's who you really are. So this energy of love that is really you is pulsing within you. You can never turn that off. That's the eternal vibration that is you. That's always pulsing in the background. So when we talk about aligning energy or balancing energy, we're talking about you now tweaking your in-the-moment focus or perspective into alignment with that undercurrent of energy of well-being. It's your guiding light, so to speak. It's your feeling tone. It's your feeling energy. It's the true essence of who you are. And when you are paying attention to the way that energy feels and you're tweaking the energy of your focus so that it matches up with that, that's how you balance your energy. You understand that you cannot set your radio dial at 6:30 a.m. and hear what's being broadcast on 98.6 FM. You understand the matching of those frequencies, and this is the same sort of matching of frequencies. There's this frequency that is your true tower, your true transmitting tower, the vibration that is really you, that transmits at this very high, pure frequency. So, for example, that is a frequency that adores you, that loves you, that finds you worthy. So if you are, in some moment, focused upon some aspect of your life and you are condemning yourself, blaming yourself for something you have done in the past, or hating yourself because you are not feeling good now, what happens is, as you offer that vibration here and now, that vibration that feels like, I don't like me, the discord that is within you is the discord that happens when you offer a thought about yourself that is so contrary to how who you really are really feels about yourself. You see what we're getting at? When you look at your president of your nation and you condemn him for something that you disapprove of, that focus takes you out of alignment with who you are. When you give your attention to anything, and in giving your attention to it you don't feel good, that is your indication that you are in this moment not managing your energy. You're out of balance. That's all that means. You hear a lot of talk about balancing energy, and yet most people have no clue how to go about balancing energy. And it's not something that once you get it done, it's done forevermore. It's like riding the knob on the mixer to make sure that the sound balance is constantly in place. In other words, someone will sit in the hot seat today and they'll get too close to the microphone or too far away from the microphone, and Jerry will scramble and turn knobs to try to keep a consistent sound coming out into the room and into the recordings because he's wanting to balance the energy. And you need to ride constant vigil on your mixer also. In other words, you are really, really, really wanting to be a vibrational match with who you really are. And when you're not a vibrational match with who you really are, your indicators will let you know that. We are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. We want you to understand that who you are right now and who you are becoming is completely up to you. We just want to put our 2 cents worth in by saying to you that who you really are is a clear-minded, magnificent, good-feeling, brilliant, creative, loving genius. That's who you really are. And the closer you come to recognizing that about you, the closer you come to really practicing the art of allowing. We want you to love you. But for most of you, that's the hardest task you ever embark on. Because you've been practicing not loving you as you've been comparing yourself to the standards that others have devised in order to try to help them control the conditions that they thought they needed to control in order to feel better, which never worked for them. So the effort you made at being who you thought they needed you to be so that they would feel better always failed. And that caused an eroding of your sense of worthiness. We just can't say it any clearer than that. But you know what? You can wad that all up and leave it behind if you will decide today or tomorrow, no rush, that nothing is more important than that you feel good and that you've got control of that. Every relationship you have will improve immediately because you will be letting them all off the hook. Can you imagine how refreshing it would be to hear from someone you love, hey, I'm no longer holding you responsible for my happiness. So call me if you feel like it. Come see me if you want to. Send me gifts, send me presents. Do whatever pleases you. But I'm joyful and in love with life and loving you no matter what you do. Because I've discovered the freedom that only came to me when I realized that my happiness cannot depend on anything anybody else is doing. It puts too much pressure on them to perform in ways they can't possibly perform. And it holds me in a place of constant hurt because you keep letting me down. So I'm letting us all off the hook. I've decided to be joyful, or do the best I can to be joyful. Today I'm ornery, but I'm on my way to joyful. Happy in my orneriness. Feel so much better than the despair I felt last week. So I'm celebrating my orneriness by announcing to you that you don't have to please me anymore, because I found out that that's not the key to my happiness. True freedom in that knowing. You have some things you want to talk about? Yes? You know that everything that you want to know, we will talk about here today. Whether you sit in the chair or not, your questions will be addressed fully. Sometimes someone else will ask your question even better than you will. Makes it good for you because you can hear the answer better. Hear first, yes? You can hear the answer better if you're not in the hot seat. You know why? Because step 1 is ask and step 3 is receive. And when you're asking a question, you're usually in the vibration that says, I want to know the answer to this thing I don't know the answer to. Interesting, isn't it? So sometime between the time you ask the question and you receive the brilliant answer that we're going to give you, you have to get into the place of expecting to receive the answer. It is wonderful to come together with those like you who are coming more in every day to understand who you are. Be easy about all of this. We make too much of all of it. You're supposed to feel good and life is supposed to be fun. And you are genius creators here as the extension of all that is, on the leading edge of expansion. Feel good about that. Love yourself. Feel happy for your willingness to participate in this contrasting experience. And feel proud of the desire that is born out of the contrast. And turn your attention as quickly as you can to the new desire that has been born. And therefore ride the wave. There is nothing more exhilarating than to have hatched a desire and then to line up with it and feel the thrill of consciously watching universal forces carve out consistent places for you to move to. There is nothing more nurturing or reassuring than to be the conscious receiver of the things you have deliberately asked for. Oh, it's fun to feel good and have life be good to you, but it's so much more fun to specifically, deliberately ask and then train yourself into trusting and believing and then see the evidence showing itself to you over and over again. When you feel that kind of pride about your deliberate creation, you'll know you're in touch with your source, because it is your source's good feeling that is at the root of that pride.